Welcome to Yogaxpress, your virtual stretch clinic that helps you move the body to still the mind. My name is Banu Suresh. I'm your host for this program. Today's episode has been made possible by wonderful teamwork by a very small team. We just have a director today, Josiane Hurd. She's manning the fort, so thank you, Josiane, for being there when we needed you most. And Richard Swanson, responsible for the studio lights, the gobos, the settings, and the sound system. Body music, the opening track, by the way, is from Sapta Tandava, and body music was created just for Yogaxpress by Cesar DiPara. So thanks to this great team, we're going to hopefully have a very good episode for you once again today. We also have a very fresh face, a new face on our show, Susan Turchin. Susan is also a yoga trainer herself. She mostly teaches vinyasa, and we're going to find out a little more about her in just a moment. Let's stay focused while you are receiving all this positive energy from both Susan and myself. Just keep in mind, you are always welcome to come share that energy right here in the studios with us. We tape at least 2 days in the week. We air Monday through Friday on Time Warner 57, RCN 84, and Fios 35 at 1:30 in the afternoon. That's 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. Besides this yoga fitness show, we also have a lot of support for you. We have a content-based website, yogaxpress.com. That's YOGAXPRESS.com. We live in North America. We don't know how to spell. There's no E before the X. If you put the E in, you won't find us. So no E, and the website will come up in just a moment. We will also share with you a copy of my third title, Yoga Secrets, which has 2 + 8 ailment-specific cards. I always try to pull out these cards like a magician, but it never comes out as smooth. So it's got 8 cards inside, 2 + 8, about 10 cards inside 8 ailment-specific cards. So basically what you're doing is you're targeting different regions of the body. So today you want to do chest openers, you pick the card for asthma, because for asthma you want postures that will open up your chest, which will help you enhance your lung power so you breathe better, you breathe easier. So you're helping prevent or delay asthma. We don't work miracles here. We just help you move on with your life in a happier place, in a happier way. Besides this, we'll also share a little postcard with you, if I may. A postcard with a very simple sequence, 48+, basic, simple, low-impact stretches that target 32 major muscle groups, glands and organs, hopefully in under 20 minutes. Now for the big moment, the fresh face we have, Susan Turchin. Susan, I'm hoping that in a couple of days from now, you'll come on as our special guest and lead a session, but we would still like you to share a little bit about yourself with our viewers. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've loved movement since I was 2 years old, and I took my first dance class. So it was kind of natural for the progression of movement in my life to get to a place where yoga got incorporated too. Wonderful. I had a very stressful job at one time, and yoga was the thing that taught me how to calm down and be more present.
We must have connected in some way, because I understand you said you used to live in the same building that I now live in.
Yes, and my first yoga class was near to there, actually.
Oh. That's wonderful. Yeah. So Susan, you have been all over the place. I notice you also have this. Let's keep your yoga side for a moment. Are you a minister as well?
I am. Several years ago, my curiosity about all the different religions that have supported mankind for thousands of years, and womankind too,
Right. People kind.
was piqued, and I wound up taking an interfaith training program where I learned about all these different wisdom traditions and the beauty and the commonality in them, and I became an interfaith minister.
Wonderful. So you have found a way to discover what is common among all of us, to see what are the similarities rather than the differences in all of us.
Absolutely.
That's beautiful. Susan, you also have a website. You have a nonprofit organization.
Yes.
And you have something special coming up, right? Like an anniversary or something?
Well, yes, we're coming into our 10-year anniversary.
Wonderful.
It's One Spirit. We are an interfaith and interspiritual institute of learning, the same way I was taught about all the different religions. We are working with other people to help them find the commonalities as well, and also ordaining people as interfaith ministers. And we're coming up on our 10th anniversary and about 700 people. Well, we're going to celebrate various times over the summer.
Will you have it on your website?
It is on our website, which is onespiritinterfaith.org, all spelled out, ONESPIRIT, interfaith.org. I won't spell the whole thing, it's long.
No, it's actually Susan's website will be there at the end of the credits today, and in a couple of days she'll be back anyway, and at that time we'll also put it in the bottom lower third of your screen. Right now, watch for Susan's website, One Spirit Interfaith. So if you know how to spell, you should be able to find her. onespiritinterfaith.org.
Yes.
ONESPIRITINTERFAITH.org.
Thank you,
Visit Susan. My pleasure. You do have a special event coming up, so I think people should be prepared for what you have to offer. What exactly would you be doing out there?
On May 15th, whether you live in the New York area or not, but I think this is a local show, you'll have an opportunity to either join us by live web feed or to come to our classroom at 247 West 36th Street at 6:30, where we will have an experiential session where people will have a chance to sit together, to meet people from this training program and teachers from this training program, and to see what it feels like to be with a group of people whose hearts are open and who are curious and want to know, to be in that place of understanding and compassion for everybody.
That sounds like a lovely community
It
atmosphere.
is. Maybe you'll join us too.
I would love that. I would love that. 27th. What? It's on 15th. What day is that? If we're not taping,
I think it's a Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken.
Tuesday?
And it's at 6:30 at night.
6:30 in the evening.
We'll have another session like that on July 15th, I believe, also. And then over the summer, marking the different things that were part of the formation of this organization, we'll have all kinds of different events. But we have classes going on all the time. When you look at our website, you'll get a chance to see the different things that we're teaching. Right now we have a series going on the Upanishads, which is a wonderful teaching.
Who's coming and teaching that?
One of our key teachers, David Wallace, is teaching that. He's a real mystic and a lover of all the different scriptures.
Did you know Upanishads has now been made into a series, a TV
No,
series
I
in
didn't.
India?
Oh my
It's
goodness.
not available yet on DVD, but even people from India who have been away are really excited because once it stops airing on TV, it's a series, so it's going to go on for a year, but once it stops, we can't wait to get our hands on the DVD because
me
they want
too.
it doesn't come on a DVD as long as they're airing it, but obviously because they want viewers. But once it stops airing on TV, which will probably be about a year from now, I think it's a daily. So once they finish it, we can't wait to get our hands, and I think you would love that. So if I
think
get a
so,
copy,
too.
I'd share it with you.
You know, when I did my yoga teacher training, I thought it was all about the physical, but I became fascinated with the Vedas and the Upanishads and the Patanjali Sutras, and consequently my spiritual name, which is my other email address,
Sudhi Spirit,
is Sudhi, S-U-D-H-I, which means she who has the wisdom to seek the Vedas. So,
Wow. SudhiSpirit@gmail.com. In fact, Josiane has just put up Susan's website over there as well as her credit, her email. So feel free to email Susan, but after tomorrow. For today, you may not get a chance yet, but actually maybe we will. Would you like to start teaching today? I'm happy. I'll be your student.
Okay, I'll go with the flow.
Well, here's
maybe
what
we can
let's do it
co-teach.
this
You'll
way.
start us
Let's
out.
do it this
and
way. I'll start us
work
with the
in.
sun salutation.
Perfect.
And then you can pick up from there, as long as you keep to, because all our viewers are following a very basic sequence.
Okay.
As long as we can work with a basic sequence. And if today's episode finishes with the sun salutation, we have tomorrow. We're hoping you'll be back tomorrow. So we'll have a whole episode to your teaching, and I will be happy. I'd be delighted to be your student tomorrow.
Thank you.
Let's do that. Josiane, we're going to stand up, and we're going to take our viewers through a very simple sequence called the sun salutation. If you remember, and we've done the sequence very often, and I'm sure, I started calling you Sudhi already.
That's good.
I'm sure Susan understands and appreciates. The sun salutation is the only sequence in yoga. It is the only real formally compiled sequence, and it targets every major muscle group, gland, and organ in the body except the obliques physically. So what we did at Yogaxpress, we simply included one more, the Yogaxpress twist, as we like to call it. It's Parsvakona Namaskara, and we made it a complete sequence. So here's what we're going to do. Heels are together, toes slightly apart, come to the front third of the mat, palms in front of your chest, elbows are raised. When your elbows are raised, your mind stays in the moment. Close your eyes for just a few moments. Take a deep breath in and watch if your body is swaying to the right or to the left. If you feel it moving to either side, center yourself. When you feel nice and centered, open your eyes, take a deep breath in, inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, fold from the hip. Palms 6 to 8 inches in front of your feet. Take the left leg back and then the right. Exhale, press your heels down. Dip your head between your biceps and hold this posture for just a few moments. Take a couple of deep breaths in and out through the belly. Now take a deep inhale. Bring the left foot between the hands. Place your right knee on the floor. Uncurl your toes in the right foot and ease off just a little bit. Both palms on the left knee. Exhale and dip. Left knee is up. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, dip your right elbow over the left knee. Place your left palm on top of the right. Raise your left elbow, look up at the raised elbow and hold. This is what we like to call the Yogaxpress twist. Its Sanskrit name is Parsvakona Namaskara. Parsva means intense. Kona is kona or twist, and Namaskara is prayer. Intense prayer twist. Let's come out of that. Inhale. Both palms beside the left foot. Curl your toes in the right. Lift your right knee. Take your left to meet the right foot. We're in plank position right now. Very gently, knees, chest, and chin to the floor. Exhale and dip. Inhale, glide out into Cobra. And then once you're down in Cobra, uncurl your toes, press the floor, press the mat with the tops of your feet. Inhale and come up. Now, when you're up as high as you can, you want to make sure your heels are close, your toes are close together, tops of your feet press nice and firm on the ground. Tighten your gluteals, and when you feel ready, take your palms off of the floor. Very gently, palms back on the floor, forehead to the ground, curl your toes in, inhale, bring your buttocks all the way up, keep your elbows close to you. Exhale, press your heels down, bring your right foot and then the left between the hands. Place both palms together. Inhale, come up with a straight back. Exhale and release. That's one half round. When you practice at home without anyone calling out the instructions, when you start memorizing the sequence, it should take you literally 60 seconds. When you do the other side, another 60 seconds. So two sides of one round of sun salutation would be 2 minutes. In under 5 or 6 minutes, you can do 3 rounds. Now press your palms in. You can think of yoga, and what Susan is probably going to take us more on the spiritual side when she comes on. I'll take you through the physical side first. I'll do the easy part first. When you press your palms in, you can feel as the base of your palms touch each other, you can feel a nice massage in the wrist area. For those of us in today's age, we sit at the computer all the time, This is a great movement for the wrist. So keep doing this. And not only are you giving a massage for your wrist, you're also internalizing your experience. So all your fingers, your forefingers, your middle fingers, your ring fingers, everything, they're touching each other. So you're centering yourself. Now, this is Namaskarasana. Inhale, take your arms up. Hasta Uttana. Hasta is arms or hands. Uttana is raised. Exhale, fold from the hip. Pada Hasta. Pada Hasta. Pada is feet. Hasta is hands. Hands to feet. Palms 6 to 8 inches in front of your feet. This time, take your right leg back and then the left. Into Adho Mukha Shvanasana. Adho is downward. Mukha is facing. And Shvana is dog. So you guessed it, Adho Mukha Shvanasana, downward facing dog. The school that I came from, Susan, would call this Parvat. Parvat means mountain. So each school has a different name for the same posture, but whatever it is, this is the sequence, folks. So come stretch with us. Now, take a deep breath in through the belly. One last exhale. Inhale. This time, bring the right foot between the hands. Place your left knee on the floor. Uncurl your toes on the left foot, both palms on the right knee. Exhale and dip. Right knee is up. Inhale. Oh, before we go on, this is Ashwa Sanchala. Ashwini means horse, so we are both mares over here. If we had a guy, there would be a stallion. So basically, you bring your chest out, your shoulders go back, and you really dip. When you dip nice and deep, you should feel a beautiful, delicious stretch in the front of your quad muscles on the left leg this time. So exhale and dip. Inhale, the left arm up. Exhale, dip the left elbow over the right knee. Pasva Kona Namaskara. Intense prayer twist. Right palm over the left. Turn to look at the raised elbow and hold. You should also feel a wonderful compression of your obliques, and that's why we included this in Yogaxpress. The obliques, the midpoint, the equator as I like to call it, the midriff, gets a beautiful squeeze, a beautiful massage on the right side and a wonderful stretch on the left side. Inhale, let's come out of that. Both palms beside the right foot, curl your toes in the left. Take your left knee off of the floor, take the right to meet the left. Danda or plank. Now this is a plank position, and I guess it's more like a military push-up for some of you. But if you can hold this for maybe a couple of minutes, you'll find your abs really strengthening. Knees, chest and chin to the floor. Before we come out of this posture, I'm going to glide down first. This is called Ashtanga Namaskara, Ashtanga. Actually, maybe we'll come out into Bhujang. Ashtanga literally means 8 limbs. Anga is limbs, Ashta is 8. Ashtanga Namaskara, 8 limb salutation. The 8 limbs that make contact with the floor. Chin, chest, the 2 hands, the 2 knees, and the 2 feet. So you have 8 contact points with the floor. So you're actually connecting with the earth in a very positive way. And then we glide out into Cobra or Bhujang. So right now we are in Cobra. We're going to press with the tops of our feet, press with our palms, inhale and come up as high as you can. Tighten your buttock muscles, your gluteals. When you're ready, press with the tops of your feet, take your palms off of the floor. Use your back strength to hold you up. Very gently, place your palms back, forehead to the ground, curl your toes in. Inhale, lift your buttocks all the way up into Adho Mukha Shvanasana. Back to mountain or downward facing dog. Exhale, bring your heels down. Inhale, bring the left foot between the hands and then the right. Place both your palms together. Inhale, come up with a straight back into Hasta Uttana. Exhale, back to Namaskar. That's one full round. As you may have noticed, we are workshopping these postures, so we are holding it for a lot longer, which is good for us as a workout, but also good for you because you get to learn the names of the postures and you also remember them much easier. Let's do 2 more quick rounds and then we will probably see if maybe Susan will take over today or maybe tomorrow. I do want you to come back, Susan.
Thank you.
So press your palms in, inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, fold from the hip. This is side 1 of round 2. Palms 6 to 8 inches in front of your feet. take the left leg back and then the right. Exhale, press your heels down, dip your head between your biceps. Keep breathing. You know, when I first started practicing yoga, my teachers, she was an English lady, my first teacher, and she would call this a rest posture, and I'm going, yeah, right, this is tough. But you know, after a while we realize it is a wonderful rest posture. Inhale, bring the left foot between the hands. Place the right knee on the floor. Uncurl your toes on the right foot. Both palms on your left knee. Exhale and dip. You should feel that beautiful stretch on the right side of your quad system, the right front of the upper right thigh. Now, both left knee is up. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, dip your right elbow over the left knee. Place your left palm on top of the right. Look up at the raised elbow and hold. This time you should feel a beautiful compression on the left side of your obliques and a wonderful stretch on the right side. Inhale, let's come out of that. Both palms beside the left foot. Curl your toes in the right. Lift your right knee. Take your left to meet the right in plank position. Very gently, knees, chest and chin to the floor. Exhale and dip. Inhale, come up into cobra, press with the tops of your feet, press with your palms. Inhale, come up as high as you can, engage your low back. When you're ready, take your palms off the floor. Palms back on the floor, forehead to the ground, curl your toes in. Inhale, come up all the way. Head between your biceps. Inhale, bring the left foot and then the right between the hands. Place both palms together. Inhale, come up with a straight back. Exhale and release. How do you feel before we do round two, finish round two?
I feel wonderful.
We're already charged, right? Our chakras
up.
are moving. Yeah, we're ready to go bar hopping after that.
No bar hopping after
No.
yoga.
You're detoxing, right? You're cleansing. Press your palms together. Elbows are raised. Side two of round two. Inhale the arms up. So from Namaskar into Hasta Uttana. Exhale into Padahasta. Both palms 6 to 8 inches in front of your feet. Take your right leg back first and then the left this time. Exhale, press your heels down, dip your head between your biceps and hold for 1 and 2 breaths. Inhale, bring the right foot between the hands. Place your left knee on the floor. Ashwa Sanchala, both palms on your right knee. Exhale and dip. I like to say dip the hip. So when you go deeper, as close as you can to the floor, you're getting a wonderful deeper stretch. Now right knee is up. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, dip your left elbow over the right. Place your right palm on top of the left. Parsva Kona Namaskara, intense prayer twist. Look up at the raised elbow and hold. Inhale, come out of that. Both palms beside the right foot. Curl your toes in the left. Lift your left knee. Take the right to meet the left. In plank position, Dandasana. Knees, chest and chin to the floor. Exhale and dip. Inhale, come up into cobra as high as you can. Press with the tops of your feet. And when you're ready, take your palms off of the floor. Palms back on the floor, forehead to the ground. Curl your toes in. Inhale, lift your buttocks all the way up. Exhale, press your heels down. Inhale, bring the left foot and then the right between the hands. Place both your palms together. Inhale, come up with a straight back, Hasta Uttana. Arms raised, exhale back into Namaskar. Whoa, I feel my chakras are just moving. You know, we can actually work a real good sweat just doing the sun salutation.
Absolutely. I think that's why it's called sun salutation. It makes you hot.
That's right. There is actually an adaptation which people call it the moon salutation. And in India, we didn't have something called moon salutation, but women actually did this, the gentler side of these postures. Actually, if we have time today after the third round, let's get into that. Press your palms together, round 3, side 1. Inhale, take your arms up. And remember, when you finish these 3 rounds, you've already got a supercharged full workout. Exhale, fold from the hip. Both palms 6 to 8 inches in front of your feet. Take the left leg back and then the right. Exhale, press your heels down, dip your head between your biceps and hold. Inhale, bring the left foot between the hands. Place the right knee on the floor, uncurl your toes on the right foot, and let's ease off. Both palms on the left knee. Exhale and dip. Left knee is up. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, dip your right elbow over the left. Place your left palm on top of the right. Look up at the raised elbow and hold. Now remember, these holding times are really crucial. It's very important to hold. That's what helps you move into stillness. We're talking about moving the body to still the mind. That's what it's doing. You start contemplating, you start introverting. Internalize the experience. Inhale, let's come out of that. Both palms beside the left foot, curl your toes in on the right. Lift your right knee, take the left to meet the right in plank position. Very gently, knees, chest and chin to the floor. Exhale and dip. Inhale, glide out into cobra. Press with your palms, press with the tops of your feet. Inhale, come up as high as you can. When you're up there, engage your gluteals, your buttock muscles. Use the tops of your feet, take your palms off of the floor. When you're ready and you've had enough of that, place your palms back, forehead to the ground, curl your toes in. Inhale, buttocks all the way up. Exhale, press your heels down. Inhale, bring the right foot and then the left between the hands. Both palms together. Inhale, come up with a straight back. Exhale and release. We just have round 3, the second side. Before we move on, I want to explain a few minor tips to you. While you're moving in and out of these postures, if you hear, as long as you don't hear or feel any tears and rips, if you hear a few pops and crackles, that's okay. They're not Rice Krispies, they're just air pockets, so don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of your body making its adaptations. As we grow older, our synovial fluid dries up, so you will feel a few cracks every now and then. Those are air pockets because it tries to replace what used to be there as fluids. The air pockets fill in that space. Press your palms in. We've got side 2 of round 3, and then Susan and I don't know about you guys, but we are going, well, Susan's not going to go bar hopping. We'll go to the bars and we won't drink. Inhale, take your palms up. Exhale, fold from the hip. Palms 6 to 8 inches in front of your feet. Take the right leg back and then the left. Exhale, press your heels down, dip your head between your biceps and breathe. Credits are rolling, and while they're rolling, we do realize we have a minute after the credits roll. We'd like to thank Josiane Hurd, our director. As I said, there's a great rest posture. I could keep talking. Josiane, thank you for being there for us. These episodes are taped in the studios of Manhattan Neighborhood Network. Thanks to Richard Swanson for studio lights and sounds. And opening track from Saptatandavam, Body Music by Cesar Di Para. Inhale, bring the right foot between the hands. Place your left knee on the floor. Uncurl your toes on the left foot, both palms on the right knee. Exhale and dip. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, dip your left elbow over your right knee. Place your right palm on top of the left. Look up at the raised elbow and hold. Parsva Kona Namaskara. When we say hold, it's always hold your posture, not your breath. Inhale, come out of that. Both palms beside the right foot, curl your toes in on the left. Lift your left knee, take the right to meet the left. Knees, chest and chin to the ground. Exhale and dip. Inhale, glide out into cobra. Press with the tops of your feet. Press with your palms. Inhale, come up as high as you can. And then do what Susan's doing. Take your palms off of the floor. Palms back on the floor, forehead to the ground. Curl your toes in. Inhale, lift your buttocks all the way up. You might notice we do 8 postures. Exhale, dip your heels. 8 postures in the complete sun salutation, and then there are 4 repeats. Inhale, bring the left foot and then the right between the hands. Perfect timing.